Hi guys, it's Rhiannon. I'm sick right now, which is why I sound nasally, and I might have to go off camera to blow my nose. But yeah, we're doing this. I canceled my dinner plans, and we're going to keep vibe coding. Just to catch you guys up, over the past week, I have been working on vibe coding a little Rails app just for fun. It's my first time doing this. It's a little travel app that allows the user to indicate the countries that they've traveled to on a map interface, as well as the frequency of visits to each country, creating like a heat map to demonstrate I think a more accurate picture of a person's travel history. I keep sharing this example, but for me personally, I do a lot of repeat traveling. I go to the same countries over and over again. So just telling people the countries I've been to doesn't really give the same picture as um, an actual heat map would. So this is something that I've wanted for fun. There's also a share feature, so you can share your map with friends, sign up, log in, etc. So really basic, but it works. Today, I'm going to be actually trying to rip out a lot of the code or the changes that I made over the weekend that just didn't work at all, and play around with some new features. So enough preamble. Let me go ahead and share this on social, and then I will share my screen and we will get started. Hi, guys. Hope you guys are having a nice Tuesday so far. I'm just going to share this on social. Again, apologies. I'm sick, just took a bunch of cold meds. But they're European cold meds, so they don't really do anything. So, yeah. Okay, going live to continue vibe coding my Rails travel map app. Going to attempt to undo all of the changes I made Saturday and focus on new features like travel notes and preferences that can later be used for AI recommendation? Question mark? Hang out. Point down. Okay. Going to tell them. Okay. Last day of the year, yes. Well, no, actually. Tomorrow is the last day of the year. Today is the 30th, and tomorrow's the 31st. But hi, welcome. Where are you tuning in from? I really need to get better before tomorrow night because I am in desperate need to dance. So here it's already the 31st. Well, fuck. Time zones, am I right? What time on the 31st, though? Okay, I'm going to post this on Blue Sky too. Nepal, 2:53 a.m. Well, I bet you haven't been to sleep yet, Sujan, so I'm going to say that it's still technically the 30th for you, even if that's not the case. It's technically the 31st, but like in spirit, it's still the 30th. Okay. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen. Bear with me. I'm slow today. Do you use Gemini? I am using, you'll see in a second. Hold on. Okay. Yay, do you guys see my screen? So I'm just gonna refresh. So I've been using GitHub Codespaces all in my browser. I don't have any local developer environment on my computer. Just trying to keep the setup as simple as possible. With Copilot, and the model I have selected is Claude Opus 4.5. I've tried a few different models, but this is what everyone keeps recommending, so that's what I'm going to continue playing with for right now. And I can show you guys what the app looks like today. Excuse me. So what brings you here? Are you software engineers, vibe coding enthusiasts, just really bored? Why are you here today? I'm really bored, personally. But I have been really enjoying this process. It's been fun, kind of frustrating often, but also fun troubleshooting and trying to get things to work. It's an interesting challenge. Okay, here we go. So this is what we're working with right now. This is my travel heat map that I created. You can see the key here. And green indicates my home country, the US, although I'm currently in Europe, which is why it's nighttime. Yeah, you can select countries you visited on the map, deselect by shift click, or you can do so here on the list of countries. You can set number of visits, and you can also search for a country. And then you can share your map with friends like so. See, very nice. So this is what the share link looks like. And then people can see a list of the countries that you've been to and sign up to create their own. So yeah, basic. What I want to do first before it fucking undo all of the changes that I made on Saturday, the last time I was streaming. I was trying to get this stupid like social share enhancement feature to work. It was really dumb the way the AI was approaching it. And I feel like it just added a lot of unnecessary complexity and didn't work. And I want to undo it all. I want to rip it all out. So let's see if I can do that. Let's see if Claude will do that for me. So, okay. Hello, Claude. On Saturday, we were working on getting the dynamic map to render as an SVG image to use in the OG image for link sharing, and we were not able to get that to work. We made a lot of changes trying to accomplish that. I would like to undo all of those changes and revert back to the way the code base and setup, like everything was before. Let's see how it responds to that. Vibe Coder. I am going to build AI stylist app using Nano Banana in 2016. Oh, that's cool. What's like the concept? I have some friends who've done similar things. Excuse me. Fuck. Yeah, I really don't sound great. Okay, what is Claude saying? The working directory is clean, which means all changes were committed. Okay, but okay. Let me check the Git log to see. Oh, let me put on music, by the way. One sec, guys. So I've discovered after a week of streaming that my least favorite thing about streaming is the fact that I can't listen to music that I actually like. You can only use royalty-free music, which is like kind of shitty elevator music vibes. Hey Rhiannon and chat, what's up? I'm so super excited about starting my first job as a Rails plus Hotwire dev after having used PHP for over 20 years. Hey, how's it going? Do you know me from social media? Who are you? What's your name? And congratulations on the job. That's great. Put some music. Royalty free. Let's do royalty free dance music house party because I'm very excited for New Year's Eve and to go dancing tomorrow because I am going to feel better. Okay. Okay. So I see the commits. The Saturday work on OG images appears to start from commit blah 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 through blah blah blah. Let me get more detail on these commits to confirm. This confirms all the OG image related changes. The commit before all these changes is blah blah blah. Let me reset to that commit. That's the right commit. Now I'll reset the branch to this commit, which will undo all the OG image work. The reset is complete. Let me verify this current status. Great, all the changes have been removed. The following 16 commits were undone. Added enhanced social share features. You can actually re-add the OG title and description, but leave the image out for now. Have you considered building mobile app instead of web app? I don't know, man. I'm just getting started. Maybe. We'll see. It would be cool if this was a mobile app, but yeah, I don't know if like necessarily I expect anyone to ever use this. It's kind of just a fun experiment for me, but who knows? Maybe it'll actually end up being really cool. Excuse me. Fuck. Anyway, what are you guys doing for New Year's Eve tomorrow? Any fun plans? Going out, staying in? Okay. Done. I've added back the OG title and description meta tags without the image functionality. Cool. Thank you, Claude. Okay, now let's talk this out for a second, guys. Are you a vibe coder or software dev? I am a vibe coder. I just started vibe coding this past week. However, I work with a lot of software engineers and have been involved in like developer communities and ecosystems. So I thought this would be fun. Hope you feel better soon. I know you from Ruby Central YouTube channel. Nice. I've been diving deep into the Rails community. That's really cool. What's your name? Have you been to any events or conferences or anything like that? The Ruby community is really amazing. As a non-developer myself, I can say everyone has been so kind, gracious, and accepting of my presence at events over the years, and everyone's just really cool and fun. I love being part of it. So I'm curious what was it that made you want to transition from PHP to Rails? Was it just you happened to get a job working at a Rails shop, or like, what was the situation? Okay, so also let's talk about some of these new features that I want to add in. So 1 second, I'm gonna cough. Man, okay. I really want to basically put in some features where users can share notes about different countries, maybe rate countries. So they have like a list of like, they have like ranked favorite countries that they visited, and maybe reasons why. Maybe there's like check boxes like attributes about a country, like nature or city life, things like that. And as we start generating more information about different countries and user preferences, we could potentially do some cool things with AI later. I don't know. Again, there's not going to be like a mass of user data to play with anyway for a recommendation engine, because I don't expect anyone to use my app. But this is all just for funsies. So I haven't really thought about this in depth yet. Let's just play around and see what happens. Okay, so I would like to add in a simple feature allowing the user to rank each country they've been to on a scale from 1 to 10 based on overall experience, enjoyment, or if they would go back, maybe. I don't know. Let's keep it simple though. And we could even create a variation of the heat map where you can toggle between most visited countries and most liked countries, maybe. Could be cool to see that visualized on the map. What do you guys think about these ideas? Let's just see what Claude does. Okay, database version. Man, I am so excited to go out tomorrow. My name is Jerome Versteeg. I'm so sorry I butchered that. I'm from the Netherlands but couldn't make it to Rails World. Oh, that's a bummer. Rails World, I was able to make it this year. It was really, really fun. It was a great conference. The Shopify after party in particular was at this incredible museum, like a warehouse full of modern art. It was just such a vibe. Happy New Year to you too. Yeah. You should definitely try to make it out to a conference if you get the chance. The next Rails World is going to be in Austin next September, which is admittedly rather far from the Netherlands. Oh no, man! It sold out in less than 5 minutes. I was in Japan, and the tickets dropped at midnight local time JST, and I was online refreshing. I was not able to get a ticket, and I was like there the minute they dropped. So eventually, I was able to get a ticket, but yeah. I know several people were able to get corporate tickets, which were priced like a couple €100 more, but even those sold out in like 15 minutes. So yeah, that shit's crazy. Okay, let's see what's going on. Let's test this. What did Claude do? Do you think you would go all the way out to Austin or? Nice. Okay. I like this. Okay, so a country that I've been to, so Austria. I mean, this is going to need like a lot of UX copy around this to explain like what the rating should be based on, but let's ignore that for now. I'm going to give Austria a solid 7. Solid 7. And then the changes are automatically saved as well, or at least they should be. Belgium, I don't know. Belgium probably gets a solid 7 too. No, I don't know. Canada, this is kind of hard actually. Canada's fine. I like Canada. I'll give you 8. Bulgaria, I did not like Bulgaria. I'm sorry. I'm giving Bulgaria a 3. Sorry if anyone here's from Bulgaria. Okay, I'm going to refresh the page and just see if those changes like auto-saved because there's no tooltip or anything. Cool. Add a tooltip that changes auto-save when someone inputs their rating or makes other map changes. Nope, Austin is way too far for me. I'd love to meet people from the community, but it's great to hang out here. Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy to have you here. Yeah, Austin is a trek. It's a nice city, though. It's the only place in Texas I've ever been to. I was there for South by Southwest a few years ago. I'm based in San Francisco, so it's a little far from me too, but not quite so much. Okay. Okay. toast notification is now implemented. Here's what I added. Floating toast notification. Green pop-up that appears in the bottom right corner of the screen. Perfect. That's exactly what we need. Okay, Bulgaria. 4. Autosave. Cool. Back to 3. It's kind of slow, but that's fine. Hi, everyone joining. How are you guys doing? Where are you from? Why are you here? Okay, so that's done. And yeah, I think it would be cool to, like I was saying earlier, have some visualization of a user's most liked countries in addition to free. And this might have to be a short stream because I actually don't think talking is great for my cough right now. Actually, let me get a cough drop. I have cough drops. Hold on. Okay, so this is really annoying, but I can't find my cough drops anywhere. And I know I ordered some from Uber Eats earlier, and I'm pretty sure I saw them in the bag when it arrived this morning. Claude, are you on Max 5X or 20X? I don't know. I am just on this. I don't know how to answer your question. I'm going to hit the hey, hope you have a good stream and productive coding session. Would you call this a coding session? Actually, that's one thing I wonder, like, is prompting in this way considered coding? Like, I don't know, it feels cheap to call it that, but I don't know. Claude's coding, computers doing things. But yeah, I don't know, like, if you're 100% just prompting, does that count as coding? Honestly, one of the biggest questions of our time, really. Okay. Well, let's get back to this. And thanks for the thumbs up. Appreciate it. It makes me feel better about being sick. Okay, so I think the next thing I want to do is like have some kind of toggle for visualizing the how much you like country. Can we add in a map visualization that shows how much a user likes different countries? End of the day, if it makes money or helps a person solve a problem, doesn't matter if it's coding or vibe coding. I agree with you there, but the question remains, like, how do you describe it? Like, I wouldn't like go around being like, I'm a coder, I'm a developer, like that wouldn't feel correct to me. Can we toggle between the frequency heat map and the country ratings heat map? Micro, are you a software engineer or just a vibe coder? I may have asked you this earlier. Oh yeah, you said vibe coder. You're building the AI stylist app. What inspired you to do the AI stylist app? Do you just think it's an interesting use case? Are you interested in fashion? Like, what's the interest there? Okay, Claude said, I need to add a toggle UI to switch between visits and rating modes, update the map controller to support both color modes, update the map legend to show the appropriate scale, update map color and related functions. Now let me add the helper functions for colors and update the render map and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to read all of this out loud and waste my voice. Y'all can see it on the screen. Micro says, you should call yourself as product manager. The agent's working and are your software engineers. Yeah. And I have been a PM in past lives. It's been a while since I've like been a PM on a project though. More recently, I've been doing product marketing, which is like a really fun blend of being a PM and being a marketer. I enjoy it. So I still get to be like, well, it depends on the project, right? But like when I was working for a much larger company, still got to be like very involved on the product side and influence like product decisions. Yeah, it's cool. I wanted to see how an outfit looks on me before I purchase. Nano Banana does a great job with placing outfits. Nice. Yeah, I keep seeing ads for Google's new shopping thing. that does this, where you can prompt it like, I want a sparkly aqua dress for New Year's Eve, and it'll, pull up relevant options, and like you take a selfie or like a full length photo, and it lets you try things on. I'm seeing ads for that everywhere. Drink some orange juice. I'm really sad I can't find my cough drops. I'm in Southern Europe right now, and the juice is so yummy here. Like Dole back at home could never. Like this is probably just like €2 orange juice from the grocery store. It's probably the best orange juice I've ever had. No lie. Or maybe I'm just like sick enough where like, yeah, just tastes really good. Guys, seriously pray for me though. I need to be better by tomorrow. I have less than 24 hours to be reasonably healthy enough to go out. So please pray for me. Really, I'm not feeling that bad other than being like incredibly congested. Like, I feel fine. Like, I just don't think I've ever been this congested in my life, which is annoying because it's hard to sleep. And medicine in Europe fucking sucks. I will say it again. Usually I bring NyQuil and DayQuil with me from the US in case I get sick. But I didn't this time because I just got sick a few weeks ago, and I was like, "Oh, I'm good. I got my winter cold out of the way already." Joke's on me. But yes, to your point, Micro, Europe does have the best food policies when it comes to ingredients. That is true. Continue to iterate. Sorry, just got distracted by all my complaining. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Implementation is complete. Here's a summary. Toggle UI added a toggle bar above the map with 2 buttons, visits and rating. Color scale. Might want to change that, but okay. Dynamic legend, real-time updates. Cool. Okay, let's test this. Let's see how this goes. Okay, I like the toggle. Nice. Very nice. I love that. Can I still, yeah, I can still add new countries in this mode. Wow. I don't necessarily agree with the colors they selected for the key, but that's whatever. This is great. Wow. Happy with how that turned out. Maybe there's a way. Actually, it would be nice to be able to filter the list by countries visited, so that you can like go through and change your ratings or more easily. On the country list at the bottom, can a user filter by countries visited so they can more easily make changes to ratings, etc.? This is fun. This is going so much better than whatever I was trying to do on Saturday. Continent as a filter is also a really good idea. Let's do that next. Thank you for the suggestion. Hey, just passing to say hi. Hi! Do I know you? How did you find the stream? Welcome. I'm sick right now, which is why I sound crazy. And good luck with what you're trying to build. Thank you. Did you come from my social, or are you random? I appreciate that, though. YouTube algorithm, haha. Nice. Are you a software engineer or just interested in vibe coding, or? Okay, filter features implemented, drop down, all countries, visited only, not visited, rated. Okay, cool. Wow, it really expanded on my prompt. It's like doing the most. Okay. Visited only, cool, nice. So that'll make it super easy to go in and be like, I'm not even gonna rate Bosnia because I was only there for an afternoon, and I don't think that's fair. Costa Rica's fine. Croatia. I do love me some Croatia. Czechia. Denmark. Denmark's okay. I feel like Denmark is one of those countries that would be really nice to live in. But as a tourist, it's just, I don't know. It's nice. Egypt. Egypt is spectacular when you know what you're doing and you have the right guides. I'm just going to give it an 8. Bryce says, I was a data scientist, also vibe coded a simple page to track my Mandarin learning progress. I'm trying to learn Japanese. I should vibe code something for that. I use ChatGPT a lot as part of my Japanese language learning process. It would be cool to vibe code something, but that would be like a bit complicated. This is a bit easier. Finland. Also, hi everyone. Wow, there's so many people in here now. I loved Finland. I'm gonna give it an 8. France, solid 9. Germany, Greece is, yeah. Hong Kong was really cool. I'm gonna give Hong Kong an 8. Hungary was pretty cool. I really liked the ruined pub. I was there every night. Simple Care. I don't remember how to say it. It was a while ago. But I'm giving Hungary an 8 just for the ruined pubs. Sorry, pausing periodically to cough. Iceland, love Iceland. Gotta be a 9. India. Yeah, I'm using Claude Opus right now. Kevin, are you a vibe coder or software engineer or Ireland? 7. Italy 8. Japan's gonna be my only 10. Nowhere's perfect, but I love Japan. That's why I'm learning Japanese. Jordan was a really cool cultural experience. Really liked Korea. I would give Korea a 7. Malta was kind of meh. Monaco's cool if you want to spend a bunch of money. I was there on my honeymoon. It was fun. I'll give Monaco an 8. Sorry, thanks for bearing with me this evening. Okay, Montenegro. I love Montenegro. Montenegro gets an 8. Netherlands, love the Netherlands. I'm giving the Netherlands a 9. Norway also gets a 9. Norway's cool. Poland, I've only been to Krakow, but I really liked it. I would give Poland an 8. Portugal gets an 8. Yeah, Serbia's a solid 5. Singapore, controversial take. I didn't love Singapore. I thought it was, I don't know. Didn't love it. It reminded me of Vegas, like kind of, I don't know. Except the drinks were too expensive because of the taxes on alcohol. Slovenia, loved Slovenia, 8. Spain, I've only been to Barcelona. I really didn't like Barcelona, though. This is another hot take. I hated Barcelona, and whatever. Sri Lanka was cool. I would give it a 6. Sweden, I really like Sweden. Switzerland is too expensive, but I'll give it a 7. Turkey's great. I love Turkish food. Oh my god, Turkish food is my favorite. And the crazy thing about Turkish food is like it doesn't taste as good outside of Turkey. And I know that doesn't make sense, but I don't know. The UAE, I mean, Dubai is fine. 6. UK, I love London. Give it an 8. And I'm not going to rate the US because, yeah. Okay. So wait, did that update? Because I'm not seeing. Do I dare refresh this? Don't want to lose all my changes. Okay, here we go. Cool. Wait, I thought I rated Turkey. Why did my last ratings not save? That's a weird bug. It seemed to register all of them up until Sri Lanka. Okay. I think there's a lag or bug between when a user makes a change, like to the country rating. It doesn't automatically render on the map view. You have to refresh the page and you might lose some of your changes that took too long to process. And this could be Render's fault, potentially, which is where I'm hosting this for free. Your ratings are saved on browser. When you refresh, it vanishes, I guess. You need a place to store your ratings. Yes. Well, let's see what Claude does. Ruby, are you a software engineer or what do you do? So my name is Rhiannon, and I am not a software engineer, but I work with software engineers. I do marketing for developer communities and ecosystem and developer tools. Done a lot in the Ruby on Rails community specifically. And yeah, that's why I've decided to build a Rails app as a fun experiment. But no, I am not a software engineer. Just 90% of the people I know are software engineers. Hold on, guys. While Claude works on this, I'm going to go blow my nose. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. If you feel bad for me, give my stream a thumbs up, please. Or if you're enjoying this. I really don't know what's going on with me, though. I've literally never been so congested in my life. I couldn't sleep last night. Like, I couldn't breathe. It was rough. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, let's see if those bugs were fixed. Okay. Well, there all of the ratings are showing. I really don't like their color choices here for the ratings. I'm trying to think what would be better. What would be better color choices? I feel like brighter colors would be more indicative of really liking a country, and cooler colors would be less so. Or maybe like a gradient, like maybe like it could be like pink, and a 10 could be like hot pink, and a 5 could be like a pastel pink, and like a 1 could be like barely there. I think that would visualize best. What do you guys think? Let's just try it. Let's change the colors for the rating heat map to make it clearer. Maybe we choose one color like bright pink and use like a gradient to represent the rating, with the brightest being a 10 and the most pastel being a 1. I don't know. I feel like that'll look better. So wait, you guys are both learning Mandarin? That's cool. Why? I'm not learning Mandarin. LOL. Okay. Okay. Let's see how that looks. Okay, rating. I don't love that. I don't love that. It's really hard to tell the difference. Especially because a lot of my countries like are rated kind of like in the realm of like 6 to 8. Yeah, I don't like that. What's a better way of visualizing this? What's the limits on the plan you're using? Is it unlimited? I don't know. I'm using GitHub something Pro something, paying them $10 a month, I think. I'm not sure. I think so. I think they might bump me to a stupider model if I'm doing too much. I'm not sure. I haven't really like tested this to the limits yet. This is my 4th time streaming and using this setup. But I've been doing a lot. I feel like probably burned quite a few tokens. Yeah, I hate this color scheme now. I don't like this either. The colors look too similar. It's hard to differentiate. Maybe we could do, I don't know, like what colors would be best to represent like a 10 rated country versus a 1 rated country? And also, like, is this just a stupid feature? Maybe. You should look at what your plan is. Sometimes they might overcharge. Opus's expensive model. They better not be charging me more than $10 a month because I agreed to $10 a month. So I'll look into that later, but I'm pretty sure I'm on their like $10 pro plan. Something else. Red is 1 and green is 10. I don't know. I don't love that either. Well, actually, that's what Claude suggests too. So yeah, let's see. Maybe that is the best way to do it. Okay, let's see. The problem is, though, that the home country is represented by green. Let's see. Yeah, that's a bit better. I'm fine with that for now, I think. Where's my rating for Sweden and the UK? Let's see. Bosnia. I'll give Bosnia a solid 6. Sri Lanka 6. Sweden 8. Switzerland 7. UAE. Fuck, I'm giving UAE a 5. Okay, let's see. Did that autosave work faster? Yes, much faster. So whatever was happening earlier must have been fixed. Okay, yeah, but the problem remains that the home country is green. The home country is green, so that is now confusing. Yeah, but the other countries are gray. Okay, it's going to change it to a distinct blue color that won't conflict with either the visit or rating scales. Cool. And then I'm going to stop fucking around with colors and move on to something else. Also, where are you guys from? Where's everyone tuning in from? Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah. That looks solid. Visits, rating. Okay. I think that's good enough. All right, so that's good progress. We added in some filtering for the countries list. We added rate country ratings, toggle between views. So that's pretty cool. The not visited and no rating colors should be different. Hold on, this is the last color related thing I'm going to do. On the rating map view, the colors for not visited and not rated should be differentiated. If a user has visited a country but not rated it, that should be clear. Good night, Bryce. Thanks for hanging out. I feel kind of bad. I canceled my dinner plans last minute, but there's absolutely no way I could have gone out to dinner in this condition. Now, what is going on? Okay, let's see how that looks. Well, let's remove a rating from Austria, for example. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I'm fine with how that looks. Okay, what do we want to do next? I want to be able to eventually build in like an AI powered recommendation engine of some sort. I should probably think this through a little bit before I just start vibe coding shit into my app. Like what kind of data would be useful and what kind of recommendations I want to provide. But fuck it. I don't feel like thinking that hard about it. So we could have like country notes where a user could add like a short anecdote or thoughts about a particular country they visited, or some categorization, like I was saying earlier, like nature-y, city vibes, or like maybe like felt safe, felt unsafe, things like, I don't know. I guess if you're collecting this kind of data at scale, it would be interesting, especially like if you think about like female travelers, to be able to like see an aggregate of maps from other women, maybe in their age group. Like, these are the countries that like millennial women, most frequently travel to, and these are where they feel most safe and unsafe, and visualize it in aggregate. Like, I think that would be cool. But again, we're never going to have that much data on this. So let's start with notes, travel notes. What we can learn about a user from the intersection of the frequency rating to get a vibe for the user's preference based on what it can infer from there. Yeah, but some people travel for work or family reasons. Like, maybe you have to go to Hong Kong or like Sweden or something on business all the time, and you have a high frequency, but you don't actually like, I mean, I guess that's where the rating comes in, right? But let's start with notes. User would like to be able to add short notes about countries they've visited, maybe like max 1,000 characters. That's where the rating weighting modifies the implications. Yes, that's true. User would like to be able to add a short note about the countries they've visited, and you could also run like some kind of sentiment analysis on these notes, right? Such as an anecdote, things they liked and disliked, etc. The notes can be visible within the country list view when a country is expanded, when a country name is expanded. This feels like the best way to do this. I don't know. Or when you hover, or when you click into, or no. Hover over a country on the map, maybe? No, that seems aggressive. Let's just do that. Or maybe when you hover, no, let's just start with this. On a notes feature for countries, this requires a database migration, model update, controller changes, and UI updates. We'll do it. Also, hi everyone who's in here. I will probably end this shortly-ish. My voice. I just feel stupid. I put in contacts tonight. I use daily contacts. So I used an entire pair of contacts, then decided not to go out. And then decided, okay, I'll do a stream so I don't waste my contacts. And it's only been an hour, but oh well. I was watching a movie earlier. Maybe I'll finish before I go to bed and get some tea. Okay, let's see how this looks. Okay. Add note. Add notes about your visit. Let's see. Date actually would be another interesting thing to add, like date of last visit or something, or I don't know. Whatever. Visited in May 2018. Loved the architecture. What else can I say about Vienna? Kind of quiet. Like, nice place though. Okay, auto saved. So I'm gonna refresh. Cool. Well, that data is saved in there now. I need to think about like better UX around this experience and like how to view someone's notes when they share. Let's see what Claude's doing with this. Like, let's generate a share link. And is Claude visualizing the notes? Well, first we can see the rating. That's nice. Cool. Yeah. That's okay. Cool. I'm liking this. I think these orange things should be color coded based on the color in the map key. But fuck it, we'll do that next time because I am sick. So thank you guys for hanging out and vibe coding with me. I will do this again next year for sure. I need to start thinking more strategically and intentionally about like what the vision for the app is. So that I'm not just like adding a bunch of features higgledy-piggledy and it becomes a big mess, which it already is. But shit's working, so that's cool. And I'm happy about that. So anyway, bye guys. I hope you have a good night and Happy New Year. And talk to you later.